Let's hope that Harry comes in before the song ends. So hopefully he's just finishing off in next door with his show, Chantavanta, and he'll come and join me. So enjoy the rest of Grandad, just for Harry. Pause that one there for when he comes in shortly. So whilst we're waiting for Harry, we're going to play Hello by Lionel Richie. So here we go. And remember, if you are going through a difficult time or want to talk about anything mental health related, please sign into the chat forum and send us a message, and we can talk about things, and I'll try and help if I can. But remember, I'm not mentally qualified in any way, so it would just be my opinion on the subject. So hopefully you enjoy the music. Popped his head around. I think he's just popped into the little boy's room, and he'll be with us shortly. And I've got Grandad all ready for him. Right, Harry's just arrived in. So in a minute we say welcome to Harry. But this is just for Harry now. This is just what he needs. Here we go.
Hey, are we live? Are we? Hello everybody, it's Harry here. First time in Omnium for over the year.
At least I can turn his mic off if needed.
Oh, you can turn me mic off, you can I? Won't that be great? Grandad, it's a great song, isn't it? I used to play this when I was a lad, aye.
Have I got the wrong person in here? He's completely changed.
Well, I'm not the presenter anymore, I'm the guest, ain't I? I can do what I want now, can't I? I can say out.
There you go, just...
Oh.
Hang on, no, I've just turned him off.
Oh,
he's
dear.
completely turned off now.
Oh dear.
How rude can that be, that? Hey, turn the guest right off like that. There you go, better turn him back on again.
Lovely.
What I should have really done was, I should have had this one here going instead. I Need You by the Beatles.
Yeah, there's no one quite like Grandma. Got it?
Oh dear. I've just been caught off guard there because, no, mic's working, is it? Yes, it is, we are working. Because I haven't got my headphones on. God, having Harry come in, it must be right up, hasn't it? Oh dear. Right, Harry, it's my turn to ask you to ask the question to you.
Go for it.
How did you start in radio?
Okay, well the answer is very easy. The ukulele band were doing a charity gig for Omnium Radio, and I'm the one who does all the talking on the when we play. So every time there's a song, it's me that introduces it, and I always introduce it with a comical influx, shall we say. And Trace, who was organising the function, and so it was our first gig after the lockdown. So the first time you could all get together.
That was 5 years ago then.
It was, yeah. And Trace said to me, "You'd be great as a radio presenter." And I went, "Radio presenter?" I said, "Don't be daft, I can't present a radio show."
And what did I say to you when you said that to me?
I think you probably said the same, yeah. Yeah. And anyway, I said, "Oh, no. And then Kevin and Tracy, Kevin from the Yuki band, he said, "I wouldn't mind having a go at that." So he's been doing Thursday nights tea time tunes ever since then. And he enjoys coming in here for a couple hours a week, like I do. Then Kevin said to me, they're still looking for new presenters for Omnium. They got a new radio station now called Janner, and they want presenters to start on Omnium and work their way up. So that's what I did. I thought I was part-time at work by then, and I thought I'll give it a go. So I came in here, and I came in here with Gruff from The Breakfast Show at the Monday to Friday. Very well-spoken gentleman indeed. And
Unlike us then.
and he showed me how all this equipment worked, and he said, he said, there you go. He said, this is a deck that's a training deck. He said, have a go on that. So I did indeed have a go on the training deck. And he said to me, come in, he said, how are you getting on? I said, yeah, not bad. I quite enjoy it, actually. And he said, would you like to do the lunchtime show? And I said, the lunchtime show? What day? He said, today, he said. The lunchtime show today. I said, oh, hello, my dear. The lunchtime show today? I said, how can I possibly do the lunchtime show today? I've never ever done it. And he said, you're doing it there? Just do it in here, he said, on the Janner decks. So it was the best thing that happened, to be honest, because chucked into at the deep end. You'll know a bit about that, Mark, now. Chucked in at the deep end. So
last week I was just left in here all by myself.
Yes.
I'd never even twiddled these knobs or pressed any buttons, and I worked it out. I just had one little slider I needed to teach myself.
Right.
And this evening I came in next door on the Janner radio. My folder with all my music was all there, so I thought, great, brilliant, that's all going to work fine. So I came in here and it wasn't there.
It's not in here, is it?
It is on here now.
Oh, it is.
We had to restart the computer. Well, restart the program.
Yeah.
It's all on here now.
Well, restarting the computer fixes many problems, doesn't it?
But if only we could restart ourselves, it'd be brilliant.
Oh, I wish I could restart myself. I'd restart myself.
The trouble with Harry,
right
would he ever reboot again?
Well, I'd like to think so, yeah. I'd do what we call a warm reboot to start, and then I'd do a master reboot, you see. So
then go into safe mode for a few weeks.
Well, yeah. I think I'm always in safe mode, to be honest. I don't know. Might be.
Anyway, I am pleased that Harry sort of talked me into it. I can remember I used to take the mickey out of him because I'm into radio, as a lot of you probably know now, amateur radio. And I said to him, that's not radio, you're only going over the internet. So I used to take the mickey. And then about 4 weeks ago, he said, you should come in and see what I do. So I came in, anxiety's absolutely sky high, and had a few little chats on the radio. This went on for, I think, 2 weeks. And then he said, you could do this. I said, don't be silly. So I said, yeah, go on then. I'll give it a go. So now I'm here. Anyway, we can't yap all evening. I am going to play a level one, just for Harry, because he did choose it. So here we go.
Ah, well, I must say, I only chose it because you just play Grandad, so it does work quite nicely. They're of a similar year and a similar ilk, and this was #1 in the charts. Just when you're listening to this, guys, just remember, this was #1 in the charts.
What year?
Well, I ain't got a clue. It'll tell you on there. It'll tell you on there.
Tell me on here, does it? It doesn't, because it's that old.
No, hang on. I'm just teaching right now. Put your cursor where it says year, right click, click on there, add remaining detail. Click on the black writing.
Yeah.
Click on that. Yeah. There, and then it'll tell you what year.
Oh, Evie. Hey,
see, he's learned something already.
He's actually quite bright, isn't he? He doesn't look that bright, but he is.
What is the year now? You can tell us now.
It's 1980.
1980. And this was #1 in the charts.
I can remember it because I can remember my gran coming out and we used to sing it to her. Oh, that was a long time ago. I was 9 years old then. So here we go, Grandma.
Swear in here. I mean, if you do this for a couple of months, you know, because he's keen to get people on Janner, you know.
Oh, right.
Because this is kind of the training, so there are people listening.
Not many. not many.
No,
though.
not many. This used to be the station.
Yeah.
So when they said, "Oh, we got Janner now," everyone then moved on to listen to Janner.
Yeah.
And not here, you see.
So, God dear, I wish my grandma was still alive. I had two, but obviously when you get old like we are, we lose such nice people. So Harry wants to say something. You can't shut Harry up. Once he starts,
I was just going to say, I never knew any of my grandparents.
Oh, didn't you?
No, because mother and father had us very late in life. They were 40 before they bore us as children. And so, you know, by the time we were old enough to, you know any different, you know, all the granddads and grandmas had passed, and I never knew them, you know, never knew them. So, you know, that's just my life, you know. I never knew a granddad or a grandma. So you know,
I keep forgetting that
you never miss. Yeah. You never miss what you didn't have.
He's the next generation behind me, so yeah, it's confusing because myself and Harry are sort of similar ages.
I mean,
really.
if you look at Aunt Bessie, okay, and this is, if you listen, it's got nothing to do with Yorkshire puddings, everyone. This is my Aunt Bessie. Now,
our Aunt Bessie.
Now she was actually not an aunt at all to me. She was a cousin. She was my cousin, you know. She wasn't my auntie. She was my father's brother's daughter. See?
Yeah.
So a cousin. And she'd always say, I'm your cousin, but you need calling me cousin. You can call me auntie, you know. That's what she used to say.
Oh, she was a funny lady. She was...
she was indeed a funny lady, yes.
But I must be, we always used to like when she used to come down with her husband, Daniel. God dear. Back in the good old days.
It was, yeah. They always come to our house at Tamworth Folliot because Bessie liked me father. She got on really well with me father because father was funny, he had a good character, a good sense of humour. And she said, I have a similar... you know, character and sense of humour. And in fact, it's because of Aunt Bessie. Do you remember you heard me playing some church music on a church organ in St Stephen's Church? Well, the only reason I could play then was because of Aunt Bessie, because I had a keyboard, which I used to play Duran Duran and, you know, ELO on. And she says, I want to hear How Great Thou Art. Oh, I said, I can't play that, Bessie. Why can you not play How Great Thou Art? I said, well, I've just never tried, you know.
We may play that after 7, I think. I think we'll have a few of them.
Well, How Great Thou Art is it? And I can play How Great Thou Art now on the very, very basic version. I can play How Great Thou Art. She wanted Silent Night from Christmas. And she wanted Amazing Grace. She loved Amazing Grace. And what else was I used to play to? I've forgotten. I mean, I used to do this, guys, down the phone about 3 times a day. We'd ring each other up probably 6 times a day, and everywhere I've ever worked, they all knew Bessie pretty well because the phone would ring and they'd say, Aunt Bessie on the phone, they used to say. And I was a chef, right, and we started serving the food in the sergeant's mess where I used to work at 12:30, and you can guarantee that 12:25 she'd ring me up because she had a terrible memory. She's the same as me for memory, you know, but very, very sharp tongue, Aunt Bessie, very sharp tongue. And you know, she
used to say the way it was, but same as me, really. I think Harry's similar as well.
Did she ever? Oh, Bessie's tongue was sharper than mine will ever be, believe me. You know, I mean, we were in a shop in Edinburgh with her, and she was looking to buy a pair of trousers, and the woman in the shop, she said those are £8, and Bessie said, £8 for a pair of bloody trousers. I'm not paying £8 for the. And I said, well, Bessie, that's a normal price. That's a good price.
I bet you got them for 6.
You know, well, she wouldn't buy them.
Oh,
she
right.
said, I'm not buying them. £8 for a pair of trousers, you should say.
God, her voice was certainly very strong and Scottish.
Oh, there was a huge hole, you know, in my life when she went. Big hole. But, you know, she's definitely, for her, she's in a better place than she was because she was very, what's the word? She lived a very tortuous life because she thought everyone was against her. She thought that, you know, she'd ring me up and she'd say, Harry, there's people in my house, I'm sure they're going to steal all my stuff. And you'd ring the police. The police would go round and there's been no one in. And Bessie would say, what do you mean there's people in my house? And they said, we've had a phone call from your nephew. And you phoned him up? No, I haven't. She phoned me up. In fact, listen to this for a story. I was going live on BBC Radio, okay, to do with the ukulele. And Bessie rang me up 10 minutes before and said, my house is on fire. And I went, what? My house? And I said, right, Bessie, go down the stairs. And I rang 999. Now you try and ring 999 Scotland from Plymouth. It's impossible. It's impossible. But eventually they did it like that, you know. And now Bessie didn't have a mobile phone, so I couldn't know she was okay, you know. So I went in and I did the radio thing. So I come out like that, and just as I come out, my phone rang. And it's a fireman. He said, "Is that Mr. Charles?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm with your Aunt Bessie." He said, "Yes. We've arrived at the house and there doesn't seem to be a fire." Well, you told me. And this was all the time, honestly, you know. And it's because she was a bit manic, you know, about everything really, you know.
But there again, when people get older, that's what happens. And I think she suffered a bit of mental illness.
100%, 100%.
When her husband died, I think that certainly hit her extremely hard.
Well, I think when Daniel died, that was the end for her, you know. That she carried on for another 25 years, you know, but she was...
Was it 25 years ago when Daniel died?
Yeah.
God, dear, I don't, yeah.
And you know, I wanted to do this, but they wouldn't let me do it in Scotland. I said, we've got to have How Great Thou Art, An Amazing Grace. And I said, can the organist play it from the music that Daniel used to use as a church organist? And they said, certainly. And then I said, why don't I play it? And I said, could I play that song? And they said, sorry, no, you can't. Now in Plymouth, they let me play the organ for my wife's funeral, you know, but they wouldn't let me do it in Scotland for Bessie's.
That's Scottish, I suppose, isn't it?
Well,
but no, that confused Harry a little bit. He thought, what is he doing?
No, I knew what you were doing.
I used to have a little bit of music on in the background whilst we were yapping
Very
away.
nice.
So it's Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by B.J. Thomas. And I wonder why I played that. When I came in this evening, it was pouring down. After the lovely weather we've had this last week. In next door, Harry was talking about drones. So, but before we pass it over to Harry again, don't forget the Omnium chat forum. Just sign in onto the interweb and you'll find the chat, and you're quite welcome to send me a request for a song. And also, if you are going through any mental health issues and you want to discuss it, you're quite welcome to. I'm not going to go in too much about mental health today, because we did quite a bit of that last week. So today we're just going to relax, yap to Harry. I have got a friend coming in at 7 o'clock called Paul. He might talk, he might not. He's also got some mental health issues. He may talk about them, he may not. But he does have problems on talking to new people. So he might come in quiet, like I thought I was going to on the first one with Harry, but I didn't. He might be like Harry and can't shut him up. You know, once Harry gets going, that is it, isn't it? But Harry's a great chap to have in, because you know he'll fill any gaps. So if I was to go quiet, he would soon jump in.
Or put the wrong record on.
Or I could just turn his mic off.
He can turn the microphone
just now,
off,
I was going to go into more detail in the Sabrugi Ferry, but I just couldn't carry on. I just sort of froze. Because I'm talking about family, it's a lot harder because it's personal. Because 193 passengers died that evening, and yeah, very sad. And thoughts go out to all the families that were affected that evening. It had just left the Belgian port of Zeebrugge, so not good at all. And on the same day, I lost an uncle of mine, which was not great. But anyway, I'm going to pass it over to Harry, and he's going to talk all about what he's been talking about in next door, about drones. So over to you, Harry.
Well, I've been asking on my show, ladies and gents, I've been saying, what do you think about drone flyers? Because I've been flying a drone for a long time now, for over 10 years. And I bought a drone 10 years ago. I flew it for about 2 years, and then the government made it illegal, you see. They said, no, you can't fly that drone unless you go away and get some schooling and things. So I didn't fly it for about 5 years. And I thought, there it is in the box. And it was a big old drone. And primarily the reason the government banned it was because if it fell out of the sky on someone's head,
it would hurt.
Well, it would, more than hurt, it would likely bloody kill them, you know. So, I mean, the government did the right thing, leaving in unqualified hands, basically. So, I could have done some training and some courses, but I couldn't be bothered. So, I'd had 2 years of flying the thing. And so, I noticed there that there's a new class of drone, which is the 249 gram sub. And DJI are making them and they're selling them. I thought I'll get one of them now. So I got one and I've been having a good laugh with that. And the thing is, years ago, 10 years ago, people would, when they saw what I could see from the sky, they went, wow, that's unbelievable.
But no, everybody's seen it now.
Well, exactly. People have all seen drones before and they now go, are you looking in my window? You know, are you looking in my garden? You know, but I do fly very, very safely, as far as I'm aware, anyway. And I was just wondering if anyone's got any views out there about are drone pilots good or bad? There is a thing going on the internet right now as we speak, and they're called auditors.
And absolutely dreadful.
And I'm a bit. I like watching them. DJ Audits is my favourite, and they go round and they do what they legally are allowed to do, but the people they do it to don't know they're legally allowed to do it, and they complain, of course.
But I think some of these people purposely go out and stir.
Oh, they do. DJ Audits is exactly what he does, and he does it for a reason. He's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's like you've got your YouTube channel. You're thinking, could I monetize it, and could I get an income from it? You know,
time.
And well, you've got to have a video. I mean, 10 years ago, if I put a video of the Minack Theatre online, it would have gone ping, loads of people would be watching it. You know, but these days, everyone's seen another video of the Minack Theatre already, see? So, you know.
But if you want to see some of Harry's videos, tune in onto YouTube, type in Harry Chanter, and you can see a few of his
You
his
can
drones.
indeed.
But if you want to see a equally as good YouTube channel,
That's plagiarism, isn't it?
go into Devon and Beyond. It's got my amateur course sign at the end as well, M0WMB. So that's Devon and Beyond, M0WMB. I'll probably be talking about my YouTube quite a bit in the future, but I've only got 61 subscribers so far. But I've been doing it for 6 weeks. And Harry, how many subscribers do you have?
I ain't got a clue. 300 or 400, I suppose.
I can't remember. Sure. I did look. It's definitely more than 300.
Yeah.
It's getting to the trouble. I don't think you can monetize. I
can't monetize mine because there's too much copywritten material on there.
I am so careful about copyright material because hopefully one day I might make
I think, Mike, you need to have 2 channels. One solely for the mental health issues, you know, and make that your channel. And every now and then maybe have a drone flight in it, you know.
The trouble is then it's sort of take a long time to get the hours up that you need to monetize it.
Well, yes, indeed, yes.
I have actually stuck all mine into subjects, so if you go down the bottom of my page, they are all in playlists. It makes it a lot easier for you to find out what is what. Like I've got the anxiety one in one pot, walk in another pot, and drone in another. Anyway, at the moment we are listening to Wham! Careless Whisper. Our next one is going to be You're My Best Friend by Queen. I'll probably go straight over to Queen in a minute, and we can have a proper listen to that whilst myself and Harry have a quick swig of a drink, because all this talking is, not doing our throats an awful lot of good. But I must remember, whilst I'm playing music, I can't really redo it on YouTube. I didn't think of that.
Oh yes, yes. Well, yes, yes, exactly.
I do think they deduct. They will not actually monetize this one if I play music. It's
the quiet bits. You might get away with this. Give it. You'll only know if you give it a try.
That's it.
Know? And if you put it on and they say, you take it off again, don't you?
But yeah, it's quite easy to take off. Very easy. So we're going to go straight into "You're My Best Friend" by Queen.
That's a great song by Westlife, that is.
Because when Harry's in it puts me off a bit, you see.
It's the pressure, see?
It's the pressure.
He
I
realises...
wonder if I can get this button. Is it this one? Oh, I've done it.
What do the other buttons do?
It's the... Oh, we did this last week. Hang on. But he has changed the buttons.
Yeah.
So, Harry wants to know as well.
Check this out.
Oh, that's yeah.
Ah, that's a new one.
Yeah.
He's just put that on there at my request.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Matt. This.
That'll do for buttons now, but I've got that one that I will use. And when Harry comes into the studio, this one will be used.
Oh no, you got the wrong one, didn't you?
That's the wrong one.
He pressed the wrong button.
This one here. Even Harry presses the wrong button in next door, which is funny. We actually count any mistakes that we've made. Last week, after about half an hour, I wasn't making any mistakes at all. I was quite impressed. But I'm under pressure today because I've got Harry.
A professional listening.
Well, I won't go that far.
Yeah.
But Harry's show is fairly good. Anyway, there's been no chat come in whatsoever. There must be somebody listening out there somewhere. Even if you know me very well, just say hello on the chat, because I don't think there's many people listening to the show. So prove me wrong and let the chat go mad. But this can be listened to on YouTube because I'm recording it now. And if you've missed part of it, I wouldn't bother going back listening to it again. It's only me and Harry going on. But there is some parts of interest. But I must say I'm a lot more calmer this week than I was last week. I had very little anxiety coming in. Yes, I was anxious, but that's normal. But last week I could do absolutely nothing during the day. From the time I woke up until I got here, my anxiety was so high.
See, I was like that when I first started doing this, you know. I mean, I didn't have anxiety for the very first show because I didn't even know I was going to be doing it, you know. I just did it.
Well, that's what they should have done to me, really. Is you just chucked me in here one Thursday evening and said, there you go, there's your show.
Yeah.
I'd have jumped straight in here, no problem. But I think with anxiety, it's the thought of what might or may not happen when you get there. And when you get there, you're quite happy. I'm sat here, I'm quite enjoying this. I could play songs all evening. Got another hour and 10 minutes of me yet. An hour and 10 minutes. I wonder how many people have turned on and turned off again. You never know. Anyway, the next song, Harry knows this song very well, so he's going to introduce it for us.
What one is it?
For the one on the left.
On the left, You Raised Me Up. Oh, by Westlife. Yeah, very good song. I like this song being sung by some of those tenor singers as well. They do a cracking job of this, you know.
The reason I said for him to introduce it was because he looked at it just, that's a good song.
It is a good song, Westlife.
And then he forgot what I was playing. Oh, dear Harry.
Oh, well, you got the same song over there as over there, you see, so I was a bit confused.
Ah, good you said that, because that would have confused me as well. It doesn't take a lot, really.
No, see, if you played both of them together, you'd have stereo, which would be 4 lots of songs.
It would be a right mess, wouldn't it?
I don't know. It might work. Press both the buttons.
Hang on a minute, everybody. Right, this is going to be funny. Right, I'm going to start one off a few seconds before.
Oh, that'll be a mess, yeah.
Here we go. We've got Harry for another 6 minutes. So obviously he can stay longer if he wants to. But he's got to go and find a friend of mine.
Find a friend.
Yeah, he has to find a friend in a minute. He will be downstairs waiting to come up. Paul's actually come up because I'm not very good being in town. He's coming from my anxiety side. So I'm so lucky to have so many friends that are willing to help, and they understand as well, which is good. So this next one is very appropriate. I should be so lucky.
Lucky,
I can't even
lucky.
know if I actually put it into play. So here we go. Cardi Minogue, I should be so lucky.
Oh, Paul.
Found him, have you?
One more, yes. There you go. And we want Radio 1 star quality from this point, alright? I'll watch your video when it's done. See you later. You're doing alright, Mark. You're doing good.
Right.
Just remember to keep turning the microphones off, right?
That's a good idea.
See you later, guys.
Right, we've had a request from David Marks. I'll talk about his request shortly, but he's requested Queen of My Heart by Westlife. So here we go from Westlife.
Hello.
Hello. What am I doing wrong, anything?
Yeah. You're not broadcasting.
What? You're joking.
No.
Oh no!
I thought David was in here with Harry was in here.
He was.
At least you'll be broadcasting for the second hour.
I must make sure that is.
Yeah.
Oh dear, my.
So at the end of the show, obviously click that again, take it off,
Yeah.
and then just shut down the computer as a normal computer.
Right. All right. That was an old. Oh. Oh dear. We haven't been broadcasting for an hour. I've just done the show for over an hour and we haven't broadcasted anything. So that's not so good. So I had Harry in here for the first hour. We had a good old laugh, spoke about family, etc. I will replay several things that I played earlier, but have to rearrange my songs now. But we have got Paul that's just come into the studio. But the funny thing is, I had Harry in here for an hour, and he didn't actually see I wasn't broadcasting. But now I know where the broadcast button is. It's will be better for next week, but we all make mistakes. But I wasn't actually given any tutorial about using the machine, so yeah. Never mind. But you're very welcome to send me a message. This is why I've had no messages yet, because you cannot hear me, but you can hear me now. Right, whilst I get my things all sorted here, I will play Elvis Presley, Burning Love. So here we go. I should have looked at my phone. I've had my wife send me several texts saying all we can hear is bits and pieces. Can you play the whole song? So she sent a bit of a moan to me. I've had a cousin say to me, "Are you on tonight?" I've just replied, "Yes, I am." So I'll have to redo a few bits and pieces that I did earlier. But at least I have learned something. And I've also learned where the broadcast button is. So if I want to play with buttons and whatever else before I get in here, I'll make sure the broadcast button is off and I can see what is what. This is only my second show, So there's bound to be a few little mess ups here and there. A few things. The next one is Queen of Heart by Westlife, and somebody called David has requested this one. He's also asked me to do a few, give him a bit of advice. I'm not sure the advice will be any good, mind, but here we go. Right, I ended that song a little bit early so we can get a few things in. I've got 2 items I must fit in before the end of the programme. The next item is a little bit sad. 38 years ago tonight, myself, Harry, and Sandra, who is listening, we all lost a cousin, Jacqueline. Actually, it's Sandra's sister. So Sandra lost her sister, Harry and I lost a cousin. It's actually my dad's cousin. So very sad. And this happened on the Zeebrugge ferry, called the MS Harold, a free enterprise, a roll-on and a roll-off ferry. It capsized, killing 193 people, and 2 of which Sandra certainly knew, and the family knew Jacqueline. So not very good at all. So the next song I'm going to put out for Sandra and all the family, and it's On the Wings of Love by Jeffrey Osborne. Right, that was played in memory of David and Jacqueline, and the song was picked by her sister Sandra, who is hopefully listening now, and goes out to all the families who had lost loved ones in that tragic accident of the Zeebrugge. Right, yesterday there's a lot of black flags flying. I'm not sure why that was. Black flag of a white cross. Any of you know anything about this? It was St. Perrin's Day. So I have got a song just for the Cornish. Cornwall, my home, the Fishermen Friends. God, I was lucky. Poor notice I haven't put the sliders up for the microphone. What I was saying, I didn't realise I wouldn't have been able to hear myself. Right, we've got another little dedication here. I've already played the song, and you must bear with me because where the mic is and where the monitor is doesn't do me any good for my glasses, which is a little bit annoying. So this is from David. I have mental health, like my fiance, but it's very difficult because she's very poorly at the moment. What is your advice to people like me and her, looking forward to them happy days together again? And how can I feel positive and look forward to them, special happy days once again? Could you play Queen of My Heart by Westlife? I played that earlier. I think we were live when we were playing it. No, I'm sorry about your fiance. There's no real magical advice that I can give. I can only give you what I've been through in the past from my own experience. When I was in my 20s, I was very low. Back then, I didn't really know what was wrong with me. I just thought I was just a bit odd. That's where the odd socks come in. And my wife must have been in the same position you're in now with me. I can remember I was that bad and I was suicidal. She actually saved me. And now I was in my early 20s, I'm now in my 50s, so that's 30 years ago. And the future will hopefully be like mine and improve. So we just have to, I've got no magical cure. I wish I did. If I could just wave a magic wand and say get better, it'd be brilliant. But I've always found through my rough times, there's always been a better time the other side. So that's the advice I can give you, really. Keep your chin up and support her the best you can. And that's all we can really do, and we all hope that she recovers very soon. And hopefully you'll get through it as well. Well, that's the first serious question I've had come in, and I can only actually answer them as I've lived through things, because obviously mental health is very, very wide. There's many parts of it. Some I would have no idea what to say, and if that time comes up, I'll just say so. I'll just say, well, personally I haven't got any advice, but on this one I think my wife is probably went through the same as what you're going through now. So that's hopefully things will improve in the future for you both. Right, I have got a friend here, and he suffers a little bit of mental health as well.
You can say that again.
Oh, he said to me he wasn't going to talk. Did he say something then? Paul, what did you say?
Nothing at all.
You got to speak into the microphone. So he said to me, I am no way going to be talking into a mic. So I believe he just did then, didn't he?
One thing I could add though, just take one day at a time and don't force it. You know, just keep holding on as long as you can.
So there you go. That's a good bit of advice. And Paul, he said he doesn't mind whatever I say about him. I can say whatever I like. What a free rein I've got there, Paul, haven't I?
Well,
well, I certainly wouldn't put Paul down, because he's a great help to me. I don't believe I would be sat in the studio this minute. I'd have probably gone at 7 with Harry, because he was going to give me a lift home. Last week and the week before when I was in with Harry, Rika, my wife, was sat outside waiting for me, because my anxiety would not allow me to come in. But I must admit, I'm pretty good at the moment, and Paul's sat in here. I wonder if I can get him talking. Oh, he's gone quiet. A complete bit of silence.
that is what my autism is.
But it affects us all in different ways. Like, you can't shut me up at the moment, but Paul finds it difficult to talk to strangers. But like I said to him, at the moment there's nobody listening, it's just me and you. If I had said that an hour ago, it'd have been completely true, because we were not broadcasting, and we lost an hour. But again, it's all on YouTube. It will be probably later on tonight or tomorrow on Devon and Beyond M0WMB. So, Paul, how does your mental health affect you? Are you able to...
How does it affect me? That's a good question. I have trouble communicating with people if I don't know them. I don't know how to, what's the word?
Small talk?
Yeah, that's it, small talk, yeah. I don't know how to do small talk. I'm limited on my hobbies. I'm a boring boy. I don't do the F word. So.
But there again, though, no, we cannot. The F word, I can say, that's football. Football is banned from this studio when I'm in here. But I must admit, Plymouth Argyle did quite well. And I wasn't going to mention football. And I know many of my friends and family do support them. So, yeah, I must admit they did do alright. But that's enough of the football. But Paul can do things that I can't. It's strange. I can walk into a room and talk to anybody. Paul can't.
No.
Paul can get to the room and I can't. So if you mix us both together, we can do anything. So yeah, very strange. He says he's boring. I won't say he's boring. He's got a drone like Harry and myself. He flies a drone around. He's got a hobby like I have, amateur radio.
Although I don't talk on it.
He doesn't.
More of a shortwave listener.
He doesn't really talk much on it. I do get him on it occasionally. Like this evening, he said, "No, where am I going to talk on here?" A bit like me, him with Harry. I said I wasn't going to talk, but I did. So that's how it affects him. He cannot talk to others, but he's not doing too bad today, is he? I have got a button. I think it's this one here. There you go. It's on me clapping, cheering. There you go. I even pressed the right button.
Go me.
It's a good job I didn't press this one, wasn't it?
That's more like it.
That wouldn't have been very good, would it? So anyway, we come back to Paul in a little while, and I must say a big thank you to Paul, Rika, Harry, David, and anybody else who has supported me to start doing my own show in here. It's quite daunting the first 5 minutes when I sit in the chair, but once I get used to what buttons to press and what sliders to move, it's quite easy. So the next one is going to be dedicated to my family, especially Richard and Kerry, my brother and sister. This was one of my dad's favourite songs, Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. It's one we had at his funeral. But now, all these years on, he died back in 2011. And we actually play this and remember him rather than be sad. So here we go, Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. Right, that was Chasing Cars, dedicated to my sister and my brother. Oh, we've got another message just come in. Oh, it's from my cousin Harry. How did you lose an hour? Well, Harry, you tell me. I'm pleased you've sent me a message. You sat here for a whole hour and you didn't notice on the screen that we were not broadcasting. So we lost the hour. So I blame you and David for that, but I will not hold it against you. And yeah, but luckily I have recorded it, so you can listen to it later if you really want to. And it's on Devon and Beyond, M0WMB. So you're quite welcome to tune in onto that one. It might not be on until tomorrow. Last week I did get it out by 11 o'clock in the evening, but I was quite keen on getting it out. But I think probably it'll be tomorrow morning now. It does take a little while to edit all the songs out, because obviously the copyright and all that stuff. We can't have that. Myself and Paul were talking to one another just now, and I was to say something to him, and below if I can remember what it was. Can you remember, Paul?
Haven't a clue.
Oh dear, that's a bit of what were we talking about just now off air? Parking the car, we know that much. I know what it was. He said to me, I'm happy, I've got my bus pass. So he was really chuffed at having his bus pass. I could go and get a bus pass as well. But why wouldn't it be any good for me, Paul?
Because you can't go on public transport.
Why can't I go on public transport?
Because your anxiety.
So there you go. And a bus pass would be completely wasted on me, because there's no way I can jump on the train. I do like trains. And I can't jump on the bus. I have enough difficulty getting in the car with Paul. Paul's not too bad of a driver. He's he's always got me from A to B in one piece, just. So, and he's got his little tin can tonight, so you can't go too fast in that one anyway. But I think the top speed anyway between here and home is, I think as fast as you can go is 40. 30 most of the way, so yeah, there's certainly not going to be any breakneck speeds tonight. Right, the next song we're going to have is I Just Want to Dance With You by Daniel O'Donnell. And I think it was Paul saying I mentioned it the wrong way round.
No,
Should I do the...
no, you got it the right way around.
Oh, you're supposed to do Daniel O'Donnell second and the name of the song first?
Yeah, but last week you were getting them mixed up. You were saying the name of the artist was the name of the song.
Well, last week was my first go, wasn't it? So,
Not to worry,
yeah,
not to
I'm allowed to. So this is Daniel O'Donnell. I thought that would make him look at me. Anyway, without yapping too much, I hope you enjoy this song by Daniel O'Donnell. And feel free to send us any chat requests. Just going on to the web thingamajiggy and sign into Omnium, and you can find the chat and send me anything you like. If you want a song played, or you want to say something about your mental health, or how mental health affects you, or what was that?
Or your bus pass.
Or bus pass, or whatever you like. So enjoy the rest of the song. Right, our next song is a bit of heavy metal. Well, heavy metal-ish. Oh, it is heavy metal. I think Paul's going to like this song.
Oh, yes.
Are you going to introduce this song? No, he's not. Highway to Hell by...
AC/DC.
There you go. Right. That feels better. Sitting down here for 2 hours, I had to make a little visit. So, Paul, got anything to say?
Nope.
No. You speak a bit closer to the mic.
No.
There you go. Well, he told me he used to be a DJ. So tell me more, Paul.
Oh, when I was a teenager, 3 of us got together and decided we were going to start our own little disco, because we were all into Northern Soul music at the time, which was the music. Well, it still is the best music compared next to Motown. But we had a little band, little setup. Did a couple of birthday parties and things like that. But I left it mostly to my friends. I was more on the technical side of building the equipment and setting it all up and all that. Because that's one of my hobbies, electronics, as you know, through amateur radio. But
He's doing pretty good, isn't he, tonight? He's talking well tonight.
Oh, yes.
He's he's waving right saying, you can talk now. Yeah, but it's very easy to dry up in front of the mic. I'm lucky because if I just dry up, I just play another song. It's so easy to do. So
Never shut you up.
Eh?
Could never shut you up.
It's gone quiet then, didn't it? I was quiet then for a few seconds. But people don't want to listen to silence.
Only a few seconds.
Anyway, people have just tuned in to us, and I'm Mark Chanter, and this is All Sorts of Odd Socks, where we can discuss mental health problems. I can give you anything I've been through. I suffer with anxiety, and I've had depression, and I've been suicidal many years ago. So I can't really give advice. I can just give you my interpretation. I can't even say that word. I can give you my side of what I've been through. There was a word I was trying to get out, but it sort of got stuck somewhere. It happens at times. And we've also got a chat, and you're quite welcome to send us if you want a song played. Anything you like. We've got, I think we've got most songs here. I expect in a minute, when I ask Paul, what would you like to have on? It's nearly 8 o'clock now, so I'm going to have just a couple more songs before we pack up. And the next one, I actually don't remember this one. This one here, I don't recall how it goes. I've picked it for some reason. Say My Name by Destiny Child. So let's see on how it goes. Make sure all my leaves are correct, and here we go. Well, I've just had a little message from my wife saying, well done, Paul.
Thank you, Rika.
I must admit, I expected Paul to be in here completely quiet. I thought I'd have to really encourage him to talk tonight. But he just said just now, once he starts talking, we can't shut him up. But I can shut him up. I just turn his microphone off. Ha ha ha. That was a wrong button. It's supposed to have been that one there. Oh, that's me trying to be...
What are you like?
That's me trying to be clever like Harry. Because Harry, close your ears a minute. Harry's actually pretty good in there. He can play all sorts of funny things at the same time. And he seems to just flow. He doesn't actually plan on anything. He just goes in there and just starts to chat and banter off, which is good. So, yeah, the next song is one that Paul has chosen. So, Paul, are you going to introduce this one? But wait until this one finishes, because I forgot I'm playing one at the same time. Aren't I a load of... There you go. Right, I can end this one anyway. I just put that down like that. So off you go then, Paul. You can introduce the next one.
Okay, this next one goes out to my wife, and it's Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel.
I wonder why he's picked Mrs. Robinson. No idea. Here we go. Right, we're now on overtime now. Seeing I missed the first hour, I think it might have gone a little bit longer. Hope the boss doesn't come in and tell us off saying, God, you've been in there for 2.5 hours now. Isn't it about time you stopped? Right, I am going to play This Old House by Shakin' Stevens. They were very, very popular back in the 80s. I can remember my brother loving Shakin' Stevens. I think my dad did as well. But back then I wasn't really into music. I was more into going out and about. I couldn't sit still. That was my problem when I was young. So we probably have one, possibly two more, and then we're going to call it time. And we will see you next week, because I should be back. But next week I'm going to make sure the broadcast button is on. And next week I have got a guest. We have got a Reverend Ian coming along. I think he's coming along for the first hour, and then we're going to have Paul again. And we'll be talking about, this is myself and Ian, about mental health back in the 70s and 80s, before it was actually recognised as an illness that you could actually still function. I'm sure if I was around in the 80s now, I probably would be shoved in somewhere and forgotten about. Even though I can do most things on my own, I need a bit of help when I go out. I'm completely fit, but the mental side does actually let me know that way. Anyway, before I forget to press the play button, This Old House by Shakin' Stevens. Well, we're getting near the end. Isn't it sad, eh? We're getting towards the end. We have to wait a whole week until I come back again. So, yeah.
Woohoo!
And I wonder if Paul will be brave enough to come back into the studio.
Maybe. We'll wait and see.
That's a yes. Well, how else will I get in here if you don't come in? I can't let Rika be out in the car all by herself.
Good point, yes.
Anyway, this is just for Paul. Here we go.
Thank you.
You're probably wondering why I'm playing this for Harry. The reason why, when I first went into the studio with Harry, with his Chanta Banter, this is what he played for me. So I'm just getting him back, really. So if he plays it for me, I play it for him. So hope you enjoy Grandad. I bet a lot of you would love just to have your granddads around. I heard somebody outside there singing Grandad, which is nice to hear. So it sounds as though a few of you enjoyed that. So we're coming very near the end of the show for this week, and I'm looking forward for next week. I was going to, I'd forgotten to put something in that I was put in earlier. I was going to sort of say what happened this day in certain years. I'll just go through them very quickly. Seeing I actually spent the time and effort on finding them on the interweb, I thought I'd better use them. So, what happened at this day in 1882? Anybody know? Paul, do you know?
Not a clue.
The electric iron was patented.
What's an iron?
The iron you use for, what do you do? Yeah, what do you do with an
What do
iron?
you do with an iron?
Oh, I know. They get very hot and they burn you.
They keep the door open.
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
Good door stops.
There you go. And in 1944, on this day, it was D-Day, and it was codenamed Operation Overload.
Overlord.
Well, Overload. Overlord, was it?
I thought it was Overlord.
We have to have a little look, won't we, later on? I could be wrong, and Paul could be right, or vice versa. So it's a good job we've got this, haven't we? So, well, David Martin says this song really suits him. Yes, it does. Right, 1962. What happened on this day? The Beatles meet their producer George Martin. What happened in 1844? YMCA was founded. Hang on just a minute, I can't see. Overlord. Yes, I was wrong. So whatever I say on this radio show, always check it out because I could be wrong. So what happened in 1984? The video game Tetris was published. I also know something else that happened in 1984, but not necessarily on this day. The milk quotas came in. It wasn't good news for farmers then. But we're not going to go into that. I bet a lot of you will know what happened. Well, it was quite sad really. 5 years ago yesterday. Have you got any idea what happened 5 years ago yesterday?
No, not at all.
What happened in 2020?
COVID?
COVID. So what happened yesterday for the first time in the UK?
Was that the lockdown?
No, it was the first person who died.
Oh.
I think it was yesterday I saw that on the news. It did send a little shiver down my spine. So, yeah, we must think of everybody who's been affected by COVID, and especially people who have lost loved ones. I know a few people that have lost people that are very close to them. I fortunately haven't got anybody close to me that died, fortunately. But it certainly was difficult times 5 years ago. We can't end on a sad note. Paul, say something exciting, something that will bring us all back to life and will cheer people up.
I'm going home.
Oh, that is what he thinks of my show. He comes in and he cannot wait to get home. Oh dear, that's... God dear, Paul.
I'm getting old, I need my beauty sleep.
I can't argue on that one. So there you go. So anyway, thank you, Paul, for coming to join me and even added to the show.
You're welcome.
Even made us laugh. It got another message coming through. No, someone's actually typing a message. So before I play the last song, let's see what this message is. It'll probably take half an hour to come through. But what's that message being typed? This is Mark Chanter, and this is All Sorts of Odd Socks. The reason I started this show off is because Harry said, would it be good if you shared your experiences on the radio? I initially said, well, a load of rubbish. But he's asked me several times, and in the end I gave in and said, yeah, it might work. And I believe it has worked. I know I've helped 2 people through this show. which I feel very happy and privileged to be able to do. And it's certainly doing me a world of good as well, because just 5 weeks ago I found it very difficult to come into the studio. Literally, I had the anxiety was really tearing me down, and I just managed to get in here. And today I looked forward for coming in, and I'm looking forward on coming in next week. I will come in and join Harry for the last half an hour, and then come in here for 2 hours, and hopefully next week we will remember to hit the what button?
On air.
The broadcast button. So the thing I must check in future is a broadcast button. But I've had 2 experienced radio presenters in here this evening, and neither of them actually spotted it. So I'm going to give you each one of these. There you go. So I've actually used the buttons a few times. Wrong one.
Hi.
Ah, it must be this one here. I'm going to give myself one of these. There you go. Another message has just come through. 2 messages have come through. It's gone mad here. Right. It says, your show has been great, show Mark. Oh, thank you. And another one says, I sighed that you would be great at your show and you have supported me through bad times. Thank you very much. Well, that one little sentence has made it worth me going through all the anxieties that I've gone through to get into the station. If you saw me last week, it was from the time I woke up until I actually got in here, I was a right mess. But this week I'm all good. Anyway, I am going to end the show now. And the last, actually I've messed up and now right up, because I was going to play One More Night by Phil Collins. I will play now, and I'll play my last song soon after. So this is One More Night by Phil Collins. Right then folks, I will see you all next week, same time, same place, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.